stuck at wanting to try something new? Bold, courageous, and willing to face the unknown, this risk taker had the audacity to take her love for drawing to a deeper level. Plus, what does it look like to create something with your own hands? Join us tonight with special guests, illustrator Cynthia Zuniga and Rax Ikari, creator of Handmade by Rax. It's a night to get bold and brave in developing the gifts you already possess, and it's all happening tonight on A New Thing Live.
Are you ready?
Hello and welcome. It is Monday night. It is A New Thing Live. It is a new day. This is the day the Lord has made, and I and we will rejoice and be glad in it. I want to welcome you to A New Thing Live, where something new happens every Monday night. We get to celebrate leaders, everyday people, business owners, and all that is in between. But my name is Cindy Galley, and I have the honor of hosting this fun new show. How is everybody doing? It's one of those things where I really wish we had that live studio audience so that I could like back and forth and hear what y'all are saying and respond. But one day in the near future, but this is still an interactive show. So whether you're watching us on Facebook or whether you're watching us on YouTube, go ahead and just let us know where you're from. You know, hit that little, hit those comments in there, punch them in, and then let us know. So we want to hear where everybody's coming from, but we want to welcome you tonight. We have a great show for you planned. So, but before we bring out our guests, this weekend was a big weekend. It was Father's Day. And so we want to say again, happy Father's Day to all of you dads out there. I pray that you were celebrated, that you were honored, that you had a wonderful time, that you didn't have to do the cooking unless you really love the cooking. Because if you love the cooking, then that's what you want to do. I know for me, there's been some birthdays where I will be at one of my besties' homes and making my homemade potatoes on the morning of my birthday. And it's because it's what I love to do. And so I hope that you dads, no matter whether you cooked or didn't cook, maybe you went out to eat, I do just pray that you were celebrated. Really, this is a time that we should be honoring dads, and not just on Dad's Day. I'm all about let's try and get these men, let's build up the men. Men are called to do some wonderful and significant things, and I feel like they just have had such a bad rap. It was so beautiful this past weekend. At my church, The Rock in Anaheim, one of the things that Pastor Jerry had all the dads stand up. And I loved what he prayed. You know, he said, and this is something also with what Pastor Jeff said last week. Pastor Jeff said, you know, men already know that we've messed up. So what we need is we need some verbal affirmation just to kind of give us that wind in our sail. And I love that because yesterday, Pastor Jerry had all the dads stand up. So we handed out these candy bars to them that said, Happy Father's Day. And he said, right now is new. It can be a new day for you. And it doesn't matter what mistakes you've done in the past. I'm paraphrasing it. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. Like right now can start brand new. And so that's really true of all of us, whether you're a dad or a mom or a friend, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever your situation, whatever relationship you're in, really right now, you can start brand new. So we celebrate you dads. We hope that you had a wonderful day. Now today, the 21st of June is the markings of the starting of Amazon Prime Day. Amazon Prime Day. So for those of you that do have Amazon Prime, I haven't done it yet because I'm on a very tight budget, but head on over to Amazon Prime, because they have so many great deals right now, 30% off, more, maybe a little bit less, but you might have some of those wonderful items that you get on a regular basis. Maybe it's a book you've had your eye on, maybe it's some jeans, some shorts. Right now it's summertime, Birkenstocks. That's what I've been doing, some searching for Birkenstocks. You know, go on to Amazon Prime and see what wonderful finds. They've got some great deals. So that starts today. Today is the day of Amazon Prime. And also today is the second day of summer. So it's kind of weird. Normally, around this time in June in Southern California, it tends to be rainy and muggy. Usually for my birthday, it's not always super, super hot. It's like, oh, it's kind of cloudy out. It's kind of gloomy out, but I like that. But this year, it was already hot, and it just really felt like summer kicked in even before the first day of summer. So to celebrate summer, one of the things that I love the most, and for those of you that know me, know I love sunnies. I love sunglasses. I love glasses in general. But I wanted just to kind of show you some fun, different things, different ways. Now, this actually was purchased on Amazon. This sunglass holder, it's just a really, really, simple way to hold your sunglasses, maybe putting them on your shelf or on your vanity or in your walk-in closet. Now, they have some that hold more than these. This was a gift to me by my dear friend, Diana Hogue. But I love these. In fact, the Fellowship Market is going to be this upcoming Saturday in Anaheim, and we're going to be selling some stuff. We're going to be a vendor, Fashioned Magazine and Teen Fashioned Magazine, and Fashioned Again is what it's called. But we're going to be a vendor, and so we will have this very rack on there. But it's one of the things that I like, and I just wanted to kind of share with you some of my favorite ways to keep sunnies. Now, this is another fun little case, also as a gift from Diana Hogue. But what I like about this is it keeps the dust off and out, and yet it has the sun. I like fun and funky sunglasses. These are really not even designer or anything like that, but they're just fun. So, but this is a great way to hold your sunglasses to keep them from getting dusty, from getting dirty. And then you can just put them right there on the top, wherever you want. These are in my dresser, so I can pull them out. And then for those of you that only like one, maybe you only have one pair of sunglasses, use the case that comes with your glasses. That's one of the things that I wanted, just to be sure that you do that. And, for those of you that you say, well, mine didn't come with a case. Well, cases aren't very expensive. One of the reasons I like to get my sunglasses from Nordstrom Rack, that's really where I get mine, is because they always give you a really good sunglass case. It usually comes with the cloth. And if you're lucky, you might actually get a pair of sunglasses that matches your sunglass case. But these are some older glasses. These are my fun little Balenciagas, and they do have some tortoise on them, but they've managed to keep really well. I feel like I've had these for at least 3 years. I used to be the classic person that would lose sunglasses, and so I never wanted to invest in any nice pair of sunglasses. And then when I turned, I think it was 40, I thought, okay, girl, it's time. You need to really take care of your sunglasses, like cleaning them on a regular basis and using that fun polishing cloth. And if they're not on your head, then when you're done with them, put them back where they belong. So those are just some fun little things that we wanted to share with you on ways that you can take care of your sunglasses as the summer is kicking off. And who knows, you might actually find a really cute pair of sunnies on Amazon Prime. So don't forget to head on over to Amazon Prime. Okay, so we're super excited. Tonight is a power-packed night. The guests that we have are these incredible, amazing, courageous, brave, fierce, fearless, and they may say, oh, I don't agree with any of that. Nonetheless, that's how we feel about them. And so before we bring them out, we have a really quick message from A New Thing Live. So don't go away. It's about 45, 50 seconds long. And yes, I see Todd Worldwide Ministries is saying those glasses look great on your face, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. Well, then I'm going to put them on as we go to our quick message coming to you from A New Thing Live, and we'll be right back.
All of my dating experiences were very short-lived. I mean, it was almost like I would probably say none of my relationships lasted longer than 6 months, even that, maybe 4 months. It was just not even, I was in these relationships not long enough to even get to a place of just a serious conversation about marriage, because it would just, end. But it was one, guy after another, and thinking that would be the one to, sort of fill that hole, and, just me, wanting to be loved, and, have that unconditional love, and, be okay. And I just remember, just having my heart broken, and one heartbreak after another, right? It starts to build, and disappointment sets in, right? And then anger comes up, right? It's just a lot of myriad of emotion.
So, ooh la la, she is single, she is strong. And that is a video series that will be coming to you this fall. It actually will be available on Amazon along with an ebook. So for those of you ladies that are single, it's a powerful video series. And it's one that regardless of where you're at on the spectrum, you might feel like, I'm living my best life now, and I don't need a thing. I don't need a man. I'm perfect just as I am. Even if you're on that side of the spectrum, it is still a great, great video series. And then you might be on the other side that's just saying, why can I not be married? I know sometimes I feel like that, even at 52 years old. Sometimes I'm like, when in the world is this going to happen? There's some days I'm doing great and I'm soaring, and I really can say, yes, living my best life now. But then when you see some of these little ones that were in the womb when you were already an adult, now getting married and having kids, and sometimes it can kind of mess with your mind a little bit. And so this video series is for you. Whether you're living your best life now as a single woman, or you feel like you're living your worst life now, it really is a great video series. So be on the lookout. It's a powerful, powerful time. It's not very long. Each of the videos are really, I feel like it's a good amount. Then you've got some questions and some exercises and things to work through. So it's wonderful. You know what? And I have to apologize. I meant to share with you about sunglasses. Do you guys know when the first sunglasses were created? They were created what I'm reading here is that they were created over 2,000 years ago. They were created for snow goggles by the Eskimos, which makes so much sense. Really, my favorite glasses to wear of all time are my ski goggles when I'm skiing. And I thought, well, no wonder. But they were made out of either animal bone, wood, or leather. And they were mostly ivory with small slits to help with snow blindness. So, wow. Thank you so much, Eskimos, because we love our sunglasses. We love our sunnies. So anyway, wanted to share that one little fact with you. And then I believe there's a fun little something that they have that I have to play a game. Is that right? Am I playing a game of what's that? Oh, I am. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to play What's That, the summer edition. It would probably be more fun if we had the guests play it. Maybe we'll do that. Let's save it for Cynthia. We'll save it for Cynthia. Can we do that? We're going to save that summer game for Cynthia because she's got her leopard vibe going on. I know she's probably got her sunnies going on as well. So without any further ado, I'm super excited about both guests. Our first guest is an incredible woman. I say fierce because that's exactly who she is. One of the things I love about her is she just, even if it's something that she doesn't know how to do, she will find a way to do it. She will tackle that thing. I've worked with her on projects. She is the graphic designer of Teen Fashion magazine, and she's an illustrator, and she's always stepping into the new. She's super inspiring, and this girl loves her some cheetah print, and thus, in honor of Cynthia, I got the cheetah print going on. But would you welcome with me tonight our very first guest, Cynthia Zuniga? Yes, that is her, Cynthia Zuniga.
I'm ready for the summer. Sorry, these are like Gucci. These are Walmart.
Oh, are they the ones that you're wearing the other day?
Yeah,
okay,
they're so cute.
Let's take a picture real quick. 1, 2. All right, girl, we got it. How are you doing? Welcome to a new thing live.
Thank you. I've like seen it. Now I'm in it. I was like, oh, this is a whole new experience.
I'm so glad. Well, you bring so much to the table, and I've just had so much fun watching you just grow like in your gifts and you stepping out. The first time I think we had lunch was probably about a year ago when the pandemic first was happening. And I think it was the first time where they kind of let people start to come out of lockdown and said you could be in restaurants at 10% capacity and all that. So we grabbed a bite at a fun little restaurant in downtown Fullerton. And then you just started pulling out, oh, I'm working on this, I'm working on that. And you were showing me some Pix art. I have to say, I was so impressed because I had just downloaded PixArt and I remember looking at it thinking, oh my goodness, how in the world am I going to tackle this? And then you had created some really fun things. And then that led you to joining Teen Fashion Magazine, which we've loved having you on there, girl. We're going to show off some of the fun things that you've made for Teen Fashion with Teen Fashion. But you know, how are you doing and how are things going? And welcome to the show all in one.
I'm doing good. And like always, I'm rocking the cheetah.
Yeah.
And I know I'm like, you know, I know you asked me like to be on the show and I'm like, I will with one condition. You got to wear cheetah too.
I loved it. And I have to tell you, because I moved recently. So it was so hard for me to find leopard. And so this I actually bought in Nashville last year. It was cheetah and it was kind of country. And I really like, I don't know if you know this about me, but I love country music. I love country. And so, and I've got cowboy boots, probably quite a few pairs of cowboy boots. And so this was just like a fun little get up. So this is what I ended up finding because I couldn't find the one that I normally wear. Yeah. So got my cheetah print going on in honor of you, but we're so glad to have you on here today. Yes. So you recently launched a book that you illustrated.
Yes.
Yes. And so talk to us about how that whole process came to be. Because when I first connected with you, I had no idea that you were doing any kind of illustration for any children's books or anything like that. But we want to hear all about it. And congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. It's still like new to me calling myself like a book illustrator.
Yes.
But the story is I worked with my former center director. So I work at school. So she's the center. She was the center director of the school that I'm currently working at. And we had like a really good relationship, and she would always like ask me how I was doing. And like, I've always been really interested in taking classes. So I was taking like an intro to art design and like an Adobe illustration, fashion illustration class. And then, COVID hit. So I had to work from home. And one day just, went to go visit her, and she said, hey, like, do you want to, like, you can draw, right? And I was like, yeah, depending on what you want me to draw. And she said, I wrote a book. Do you want to illustrate it? And I was like, me? And she's like, yeah. And I like, yeah, let's do it. So I started illustrating True during COVID time.
Wow, my goodness. And so True is the name of the character.
Yes, True.
Correct. And how long did it take you to do that? Because you'd never done that before. It was something that was entirely new to you.
Yeah, I think it went like through a couple months, maybe, because I started doing it during COVID, but then I ended up going back to work. So at the moment, the director wasn't working there anymore. Shanae wasn't working there anymore. But so we had to meet like on a monthly basis, like, hey, how are you doing? So the communication was good. And then it was like, all right, let's do it. Let's make it go. Let's make it, publish it.
I'm so proud of you, because there are so many times, and I can even count myself where maybe there was a project or something that I was asked to be a part of. And a lot of times we can discount ourselves. A lot of times we can just say, you know what, I'm not really, I've never done it before. Maybe I've only done it once before, and I don't really feel comfortable in doing that. So I want to, first of all, I want to applaud you in just taking that step of faith and saying, you know what, I can do it. And so, yeah, I'm game. Like, I'll try that. I just want to say congratulations to you for having the courage to do that. And there might be somebody watching right now, and there might be a project or something that people are inviting you to be a part of. And don't discount yourself. If you're being invited to be a part of it, no matter what level, no matter what skill level, because can you just be honest? Can you tell me what you feel on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being greatest? What would you say your skill level is, Cynthia, in terms of illustrating?
It's so weird. Like, I never want to say I'm a 10, because I think there's always room for improvement.
Yes.
And the more I do it, the more I can get obviously better at it.
Yes.
So to myself, I don't know how to answer that. I just say I do the best that I can. And that's what I do. I give it to God for him to give me creativity to do a project.
That's so good. That's so good. Well, again, congratulations. And the name of the book is called Zoom Room. I know we've got a picture of it that we'll be putting up in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But what a wonderful thing that you get to be a part of. Talk to us a little bit about the premise. And I just thought it was such a cute name of a book because we were in the middle of COVID. And I'm not a parent, but at the same time, I realized that there are a lot of kids that all of a sudden it was no longer a classroom, but they were now in a Zoom room.
Yeah. So the book is really about that, the experience of being in a Zoom room for like early, like young children. And so it's not like a summary or anything. It's really like the basics, right? Like, we have our distance, and we, wash our hands, and where do you do Zoom, right? There's different ways to doing Zoom, right? There's you do it in your bedroom and outside in the backyard, or it was different areas where you participate in Zoom. And this one is like one of my favorite pages that I
can you hold up a little bit longer?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Oh, so cute. I love her lashes. She's so cute. And then dream big. That's so cute. I love that. Wow. Well, the interesting thing is too, for people like me, and I am definitely a creative, but and I'm working, I have a book that I wrote. It's a kid's story, and I wrote it probably 11 or 12 years ago. And recently I was talking to one of my pastors, and she's like, can you send me that book? Because I said, oh yeah, I said, I wrote something like that years ago. And she's like, really? Can you send me that book? So I sent it to her, and she was like, I would be reading this to my granddaughter like every day. I know that my granddaughter would want me to read it to her every day. She's like, can you please get this to like an editor and then work on getting it illustrated? And so to me, it was a no-brainer to reach out to you and ask you to pray about partnering with me in this book. And so it's so funny because I don't have, any frame of reference for illustration. And so here I said, oh yeah, just illustrate, like just, cartoons or kind of like, and then you said, well, do you want it like this? Do you want it like that? Do you want it? And I mean, seriously, you brought so many things to the table that I was like, I don't know. Yeah, I like that. I like that. But never had even thought about so many of those things. So what is it that gives you that understanding of, because then when you started pointing me in a direction, I was like, I like that. How do you get that understanding to help somebody like me find that, that illustration niche, if you would? How do you help me find what it is I want my book to look like?
The secret is I think I was previously a teacher for about 7 years. So I would always be reading books, and I love books. So everyone knew me in the, when I worked with the preschools, like, she's the book lady, could carry a briefcase of books. So I've always really enjoyed the story of a book, how it makes children feel, because that's how it is. How are you going to make a child feel with this illustration or with this narrative? And so for me, when I was talking to you about this illustration, I was like, how do you want them to look like, right? Because how the character looks like will give it a meaning to the story. And overall, like when I create something, I always want to, like, as you should, consider what you're the author, what the author wants. So what is her vision, and trying to really, communicate that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Well, I want to thank you even for helping me.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I was like, I really don't know. I just, it's like, because my main thing really was just the writing of the story.
Mm-hmm.
But then now, as I'm seeing my main character come to life, it's
Mm-hmm.
just so exciting for me when you're, and you're so thorough. I see, you're like, okay, like this, and you have 4 different options of this. But I mean, even to get to that point, we walked through a lot. So I'm just super, super excited about that. Well, that's wonderful. How did you know that this is something that you felt like you were, called to do? Have you always felt like growing up, like, I want to be an illustrator since you were a little girl? Was it something that's more recently inspired? How and when did you know that?
The book illustrators thing, since I was a child, I loved drawing. And I know if my aunt is listening, she'll be like, yeah, she would design the sofa with a Sharpie. So since I was little, yeah, I was expressing myself artistically, and not everyone understood. Um, but I always loved drawing. Anywhere I went, I would have my notebook and my pencil or pen, and I also enjoyed creating things. So this is something I've had since childhood. And I know, oh, here
Yes.
it is. There's one of the recent illustrations I created.
Yes, that's fun. That particular one you created for Teen Fashion magazine, which I think is so much fun. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so I'm sorry. Continue.
Yes, and as I ended up becoming a preschool teacher, again, I loved books. I loved reading them. I loved doing activities, and I'd be very animated, where I'm like, I was like the lady that had the teacher had crazy characters. I love flannel stories. I just enjoyed books. And, there's a point where during the before COVID, I was kind of like praying to God. I was like, I know I can draw. I know I can do this, but what do you want me to do with it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's during that prayer was answered, because God gave me the opportunity to design the cover of Teen Fashion magazine, and the opportunity to design a book. So I
Yes.
knew I had to use this my artistic skills to do something. So I think that, I don't know if that answered the question.
It does.
Last year.
Since you were a little girl, you already enjoyed drawing,
Yes.
but as you got older, you started having an opportunity that caused you to step out. And I love that. Let's take a look, because you did design the cover of Teen Fashion magazine. I know it popped up earlier, but let's go ahead and take a look at that Teen Fashion magazine. One of the things that was so impressive to me about this is you took every girl's photo, and then you created a PixArt version of that. How long did it take you to do 9 girls' photos? Just be real, girl. Just be real.
Let's just say it was a full-time job. A full-time job. Because every day I created the layout, and obviously, I would send it to like, Cindy, is this good? Like, should I change this or change that? And one thing, obviously, now I need to learn Photoshop. But what thing about PixArt is you can't really save it. You have to really finish it. If not, it deletes or it freezes.
That's what.
And then I remember me and Cindy were going back and forth, and I was like, sorry, Cindy, but I can't even save them. Like, if there's something I needed to move, I had to start all over again. So
Yeah.
like for every design, it was like a day. So it was like a whole week.
Oh my goodness. Well, it came out beautifully. So many comments, and it was just gorgeous. The girls loved it. I loved it. People that were getting in their hands were saying, this is so beautiful, was so well thought out, so well executed. So thank you for making that cover just pop.
Yes.
You'll never have to do that project again.
So one for the books, for sure. One for the books.
Oh my word. Well, one of the other things that I really so appreciated about you and walking with you in this journey is you would refer to it as, I'm investing in myself. So you would say, you know what, I'm going to invest in this. I'm going to buy this. I'm going to get an iPad. I'm going to get, and you started talking about some of these different things that you were going to invest in. Talk to me, or talk to us a little bit about that, because there's something to be said about, yes, we do need to invest in ourselves, not just the of course, some things can be the free version, but not everything should be. It's like, let's talk about investing in yourself. And why was that important to you to be able to do that at the time that you invested in yourself?
I think, a little bit about my walk with the Lord was because I was ending, even when I met you, I was in the process of getting divorced. So during that season, God was telling me, I need you to invest in me. So I was investing spiritually in the Lord. And then physically, I was like, I wanted to work out, I wanted to feel healthy. So I started doing that, working out, going out with my friend, and we would go to the Fullerton Park. I forgot the name of the park, but it had a bunch of stairs, and that's where I would go. And I also ended up doing trapeze yoga. So physically, that's where I was investing myself in. And then emotionally, I would invest in books. I would read books, and I joined She Is Single, She Is Strong. I joined Kingdom Singles. So I really used that time that God was giving me to invest in myself as well, through whatever He wanted me to do, wherever He wanted me to go. I said, okay, I'll do this. I'll read this book. I'll join this class. I'll meet new people if this is what you want me to do. So yeah, it was a moment of investing myself. And I mean, now I just can't stop. I just want to continue doing that.
I love that. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy that you did that. That's so important. And every one of us needs to take that time to invest in us, whether it's, honing in on our craft, or investing in, even if it's just a hobby. Maybe it's something that you enjoy doing and it brings you joy, it brings you healing. It kind of helps you even to think, ponder on other things. There's so many things that are coming at us. And if you even have something that you can work on to kind of even get you out of that thought process for a bit, like what a powerful thing. So thank you for sharing that with us. And I absolutely agree with you. I think that's wonderful. And God really did do a wonderful thing in you.
Yes.
Yes. And I got to meet you. I was like, oh my goodness, I get to meet this wonderful woman who's so gifted, who's so talented. And I love being with anybody, but when I'm with creatives, like we just kind of, we just bounce off of each other, and it's just, it's just like the sky is the limit. So that's super, super fun. Talk to us a little bit about, as we wrap up, and then I want us to do that fun little game. Talk to us about the obstacle, like any fears or obstacles that come your way. How do you handle that? What is your thing that you do if you're feeling like, I just don't know if I can do this, and you feel like you're supposed to, but you don't know mentally, like emotionally, it's like, can I really do it? But here you're like, no, you need to do it. Talk to us about what it looks like for you to face some of those fears or some of those obstacles to be where you're at right now.
Yeah, I journal. I write. I have a book right here. I journal every single day. So not only journal, but then I have a devotional book that my friend gave me in January. So before the devotional, though, I really started journaling, and it was when I was barely walking with the Lord. I was like, I don't know. There's pages where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, can you help me out? Throw me a sign somewhere. What do I do next? Especially again during the before even getting divorced, it was very scary and fearful, and of course, that process scared me. But God answered me. So during that process, it really like strengthened my faith. And now, of course, I am scared of the unknown, or scared of something new. Even before, when I was asked to do the teen fashion magazine, I was scared because I say, am I even good enough? Like, like everyone's going to see it, and I don't think I'm capable of doing that great of a job. And even with a book Zoom room, I was like, I don't know if I'm that great of an illustrator. But again, because every time I was given an opportunity, I'd pray. I pray for God, like, give me what I need to do this project, to make this decision. So my how I decide is based on the Lord, what He's telling me to do. And sometimes it's scary and I don't want to do it, but He confirms it. I think sometimes He confirms it with a whisper. He's like, Cynthia, you got to do it. And I'm like, maybe next year. And then there's a friend that come and be like, Cynthia, like, when are you going to do this? Or why don't you try this? And I'm like, okay, that's now like someone talking to me. And then sometimes the Lord says, hey, you need to do this, But that's my process, I guess you can say.
Well, that's a powerful process, and that really is a wonderful way to measure, what you should be working on and what you shouldn't be working on, is really bringing it to the Lord. And I love that He does that. He'll take something and someone who feels so inadequate, when you look at Old Testament, Moses, David, Saul, you could keep going on and on with people that just felt like, who am I? Who am I that you would even want to do this through me? And I don't have what it takes. And yet that's what makes it beautiful. That's what makes it something that God does. And because it's not something that of course He uses us, as just human conduits, but when you allow Him to just, utilize your gifts, and then to trust Him, and then you think, wow, I can't even believe that I did this. It's because you let Him do that in you.
Yes.
So it's so beautiful. We're here in YouTube, we're actually just putting your book up there, your Zoom room. And let's get a cute little picture up on the screen of her book, Zoom Room, because it's so cute. And yes. And so that looks like some of your writing process, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's the author's writing process. I was just reading it and illustrating the content. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So cute. And I think we have an actual slide of your actual book itself as well. Yeah. So cute. Well, we have the link written in our comments on YouTube. And then we'll also put it in the link for those that want to take a read at Teen Fashion Magazine. Maybe if you have some young preteen girls, junior high girls, early high school age. Cynthia did a wonderful, phenomenal job designing that cover. And so we love it. So thank you so much, Cynthia. Is there anything that you want to share before we transition into our game?
Yes. I would want first of all, I just want to thank all my family and friends who are viewing this, because it's not just me by myself. Like, yes, the decisions come from me. Well, it's me receiving me listening and making the choices that honor the Lord, but it's a community. So I have a lot of family, friends, coworkers that really were there for me and really kind of would motivate me, hold me accountable. So I want to tell them thank you. And even for the new viewers, like, I would definitely love to meet new people and really listen to their stories, and just a community. We need community. We can't do everything by ourselves. its community. And I have a pen, so I leave with telling the viewers and anyone who will watch this that give God the pen to illustrate your story. And He will do amazing, amazing things.
I love that. Amen. Well, thank you so much for being on our show today. Let me see. Let me get our Teen Fashioned in there as well, so y'all can take a look at that. And we also do have the hard copies as well. So for anyone that would like a hard copy or more, maybe you have some, youth in your area, reach out to us. We just put teenfashioned.com in there on the YouTube, but Cynthia was also the graphic designer. She did every one of those girls. She created their individual photos and put it into PixArt. So great. It was so beautiful and it was so much fun. It was so colorful. So thank you so much for doing that. So are you ready to play a game, Cynthia?
Sure.
So I think it'll be the best. I think it'll be the best out of 5, and it's the summer edition of What's That? The summer edition of What's That? So between the two of us, and I don't know what these things are either.
All right,
so
I'll put my sunglasses on.
Yeah.
It's summer. Let's do this.
It's summer. All right, let's do this. Okay. What's the first thing that we have? Oh dear.
I'm like, maybe I need my glasses.
It looks like
anyone can guess, or is it for you first?
Anyone can guess, but it's really you and I are the ones that are trying to guess. But yeah, anyone anyone can comment. Yeah, that's too blurry, guys. Come on.
I feel like, is this a test? I feel like I'm taking a vision test.
I feel like it's something on the beach. Like I'm thinking,
I feel like
it's like
a mountain or something, or maybe someone holding like a cape.
Okay, she's saying a cape or a mountain.
I don't know.
I'm saying 2 birds on a beach or a surfboard on the beach. What's the right answer? Oh my goodness. No, that's too blurry. No. Next. Oh my
beach.
Goodness.
That's a beach for sure.
I do see an ocean and a sunset, but she said it first. She said it. I see it looks like a cliff and an ocean. But she said it. She said a boat or an ocean. Can we see what it is? Yay. Oh, Victoria Castle and Victoria Beach. Okay, I got my glasses on for this. Okay, next. Oh my word.
Oh, I got this. This is like a food, like a table with food in it.
I'm thinking, yeah, it looks like little not little donuts, but like little candy, C's candy. So I'm saying C's candy, she's saying pastries. What's the right answer?
Well, there's food and picnic, so I think we're both right.
I do see a few of our viewers, Becca saying the beach, Marisol saying umbrella at the beach. Oh, she may have gotten that one, umbrella at the beach. Yep. And then Elizabeth says ocean. Okay. What's the next one? Let's keep it going. See, to me, that looks like a concert.
Exactly. I was going to say that. A concert. A movie theater, like an outdoor movie theater.
I think a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Drive-in. Are there any more? Are we done? Those are too blurry. Oh my word. Okay. I hope this is the last one.
This has to be like something in the mountains or like a mountain view or something.
Okay. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, she said mountains
or something. Oh, 2 people together in the mountains.
Road trip. Yep, you were kind of right. Mountain, people together. There is a pretty view there. Well, wonderful. Yeah, we like to play games here on this show, but that one was too blurry. I don't like that game. Team, I don't like that game. All right, Cynthia. Well, thank you so much for coming and joining. And oh my goodness, I love give God the pen to create your story. That should be every one of us, giving God the pen to write and letting him write our story. Oh, that's so profound. Well, thank you for coming, for joining. Let's get her information out here so we can take a look and we can follow Audacity on Instagram. And then for those of you, and it's Audacity, Audaxiti. And then for those of you that, you know, have kids, head on over to Amazon and get her book, Zoom Room. That is available on Amazon. And support her, support that. It's a precious, precious book. Can we please get that up here on the screen, Zoom Room, so everyone can see it one more time? Yes, actually the actual book, Zoom Room. Here we go. There we go. Zoom Room. Yes. So look for Zoom Room on Amazon. And this, no better day to get it than today. It's Amazon Prime Day. So you'd be supporting Cynthia, you'd be supporting the author, and you'd be supporting Amazon, which I think is great. So let's do that. And then for those of you that have young people, head on over to teamfashion.com. But really the biggest thing is Zoom Room on Amazon and following Cynthia on Instagram. Cynthia, you are a joy and a love, and we will definitely have you back, girl. Keep rocking that cheetah. Yes. Be bold, be brave, and thank you for being bold and brave enough to say yes, because now we all get to see your beautiful, talented work in the form of a book and magazine, and there's more to come. I know there's more to come for you, and so that means there's more to come for us. So thank you so much.
Thanks, and you look good. You rock that cheetah, girl.
All right, girl. Thank you. As long as you approve, that's all that matters. All right, everyone. Cynthia Zuniga. Take care, Cynthia. Bye-bye. Love it. So yes, please do head on over to Amazon. And again, that cute, cute book, which she's so beautifully illustrated, is Zoom Room. And there's only one book like that on Amazon, so it wouldn't be too difficult to find and to figure out. Yes, that is the book, and Cynthia Zuniga's name on the bottom says illustrated by Cynthia Zuniga. Okay, so now we really do have a quick message from A New Thing Live before we bring out our next guest. So don't go away. We'll be right back after our message.
Oh my gosh, there should be like a explosion of music or something.
Pop, life, you know. Did you learn how to read the Bible in Armenian?
That girl thinks that she's some. That girl, she's my future wife.
Today's National Women's Day goes to you. When I see you at church, I'm going to do the whoa. And you're going to be like, whoa, you're a heartbreaker, dream maker. It was like, whoa.
I get to cook with you today because I got a kitchen.
Your husband is crazy, okay? He just said, can I get her phone number? It's real talk. It's inspirational. It's a little bit of crazy and a whole lot of fun. Subscribe to A New Thing Live today. Pah! We're here.
So much fun. So yes, if you haven't yet, do us a humongous favor and subscribe. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button and of course the notification bell so that you know once we're live or when we've dropped another video. We have a whole lot going on. Really, this whole channel and this whole show's purpose is to inspire and encourage you to do that thing, that new thing that you should be doing in your heart, that you've already seen or envisioned. You've been wanting to do it all along. You just need that little bit of push, like, come on, you can do it, you can do it. And we say you can do it because you can do it. You really can. So thank you for hanging out with us. Well, that was Cynthia Zuniga, and super excited about our next guest. Another extremely talented lady, very creative. If you were to drop by her Instagram, she's got such the fashion eye. I'm telling you, such to the degree we had her on our team on Fashioned magazine as our content creator, as our creative director. She'd be behind the camera. She'd be directing photo shoots. She would be helping out with strategic social media. And if that weren't enough, she recently just launched a brand new, beautiful business. And we get to hear all about it right now. Would you please welcome with us tonight to New Thing Live, Rax Avila, or Rax Ikari.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Rax. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Excited to be here.
Girl, I'm so glad to have you here. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in probably quite a few months. I think we did get to connect, but it was last year, I think. I feel like it was last year, but you look wonderful as always.
Thank you. You do too. And she's right. I mean, you look great with Cheetah.
Thank you. You know, I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this country, this little country look for this show, but it worked and it's comfortable.
Yeah. It looks great.
Especially because I knew you were going to come up here and be bringing all your cute little Zara fashion and all, you look amazing. But of course, I've always just admired your ability. You're so creative. You're so talented. And we've done some fun things together, some fun photo shoots. We went to New York Fashion Week together.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
definitely a fun trip.
Yeah. So you've been a huge integral part of Fashion Magazine, but then recently you reached out, let me know, hey, I just launched my business and it's an Etsy business. Is it only Etsy? So it's Handmade by Rax, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Well, congratulations on that,
Thank
first
you.
of all.
Yes.
Yes. And just seeing some of your candles, and we're going to bring them out in a little bit as you talk to us about it. Wow. I'm so impressed. I had no idea that you knew how to make candles, girl. What else can you make?
Either. I was actually in shock when my first one came out. I was like, actually, this looks great.
Well, how did you fall into this? Because I think the last time we went out to eat, I don't know if you were talking about candles, or maybe you were at that point.
Not yet.
Okay.
So it was actually at the beginning of the year. I think I saw, I follow this page, Nordic Style, from Switzerland, Finland, and all those pages. So it's very like modern, all that stuff, like IKEA style, right? And somebody had posted a picture of this bubble cube candle, and I just thought it was super adorable. And when I looked it up, it was only selling in the UK and Europe, right? And I was like, I don't want to pay $15, $18 for shipping for one candle. So I just let it go. And then a few months went by, and I came across the mold, like to make the candle. And that's how I started. I got some molds and I started trying. I got all the wax and all the stuff that I needed to make the candles. But because it's soy wax, it took a while. It was definitely a process to get them right, because of the soy wax. It comes out with what they call, it's like it's frosting. They call it frosting. So it took a while for me to work on getting rid of the frosting on the candles, because the frosting, then they don't look that good, right? So it just took me a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But finally I got it right. So now I just been on a roll.
I love it. Well, we're going to take a look at some of those candles. Can we just put each of those pictures up one at a time and explain to us? So describe, what kind of candle is this? It's beautiful, by the way, just gorgeous.
Okay, so those are called pencil candles. So there's like the small one and then the large one. So right now I'm just making, I can customize it to whatever color you want. And I can also do two-tone. So if you want, purple and pink, I can do that as well. So that one's one of the very fun ones to make. But the first one that I actually make, it was this one, which is the bubble cube candle.
Ooh, wow.
That's on the screen.
Gorgeous.
So
that is an example of the one that you really wanted to order from Europe.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just captivated by the design, and it was just so different, right? So that's when I decided to make it. But then my first one, I light it up, and it does melt pretty quickly. So it's technically just for decoration. Some people do light it up, but you want to just
Mhm.
keep it because it looks so pretty. So you just
It
want to
is.
keep it as it is.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. So what do you do? Do you have like little molds to do that? I mean, because those are so
Yeah.
symmetrical.
Yes. Yes. So I do have silicone molds for all of them. I also have this one that I just started making not that long ago, the seashell one. And the
Mm.
mold for this one is a little bit different. But it's still, it's super cute, and I am having a lot of fun making them because they're not only super cute, but they really do look good in any room. So the other day,
Ah,
actually, when I first started making them, I made like, I don't know, like 10 of them, and I just put them all over the house. And I remember my husband came out to the living room, and I said, "Look, honey, it's candle world," because I just had candles everywhere.
does he
Yeah.
like candles?
No, but now he does. He has no choice.
Good for you, Ryan.
Yeah, he
Oh,
has no
that's
choice.
awesome. Wow, well, I'm so excited. And let me see, were there any other images that we had on here that showed a different type? So you had the pencil, and then remind me the name of that, the round one. What are those called?
Yeah, this one, okay, so the round one, that one is the bubble cube candle.
Bubble cube.
Or
Okay.
yeah, or just bubble. And then this one is the pencil
The
candle.
pencil. Wow, those
And
are
right.
gorgeous. I know what I'm gonna be ordering from you.
And then I also started making the cement tray, I guess. It's like just to put your stuff, but I'm also using it for the candles, because if you do want to melt it, then it will fall into the tray. So that works perfect.
Wow. Okay, so is all of that available for purchase on your Etsy store?
The candles, yes. I
Okay.
haven't posted because I still have to, I'm a perfectionist with my pictures, so I still have to take some pictures of the of the trays. But also I think I was mentioning it to you the other day that I also have a passion for um, you know just bringing awareness on human trafficking. So
Yes.
a percentage of the procedures of the candles and the cement trays, it's going to go towards fighting human trafficking.
That's so powerful. Wow. I love that. So, somebody has a quick question, because I do want to talk about the human trafficking, and we do have some information to bring up. Someone is asking, can you talk about the benefits of soy versus wax? That's a great question from Todd Worldwide Ministries. The
The
benefits of soy versus wax candles.
Okay, so soy, it's more like an eco-friendly or vegan, as opposed to the paraffin, which has chemicals. So that's why it's a little bit more popular now to make the soy candles, because it's eco-friendly, and there is no chemicals, obviously. So it's
Okay.
a better wax than the paraffin wax.
Okay, so it's more eco-friendly. It's probably also better even for you health-wise, because I know that
Yes.
there was a time when I was purchasing like those wax candles from, like kind of some cheapy stores, and then you'd see all the black, around the rim, and I thought, "Oh goodness."
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure I'm breathing that as I'm burning that.
Yeah, because it has
And
chemicals, correct. Yeah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, those
So
are
there's
beautiful.
Yes,
Go ahead.
absolutely. And there's also beeswax, which is also good. So, but I'm going for the soy wax.
I love that. And I mean, I have no idea. It's so crazy, all the different things. Now, is there any fragrance to your candles, or
So
how does
because
that work?
Right, so because they're mostly decorative pieces, then they are mainly unscented. but I do have 2 cents because some people do like the scent. And even if you're not burning them, because I do make sure to put a lot. So even if you just have it sit on your desk, you'll still smell it, even if you're not, burning it. So I do have 2 scents right now. It's just cashmere and I think it's ocean breeze.
Ooh, yum. Cashmere and ocean breeze. Okay.
Those are my two
So
favorites.
Cashmere, and I'm gonna put this in here, and ocean breeze scents. I'm adding this to YouTube, and then I'm also adding the link to your Etsy shop so that if anybody would like to purchase that, that would be wonderful. Oh, I'm so excited. And then tell me, because I should have been writing it down. I was like so excited about everything that you were sharing. You can make different colors, you said.
Well, yes. So right now I have about maybe 6, 7 different colors, but you can always mix them or do different things with it. But I guess what I was trying to say is, for example, I don't know if you can tell, but for example, this one I have white on the top and then green on the bottom. So,
oh yes,
yeah, you
I can see it now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then this one is just all purple.
Mm-hmm.
This one smells amazing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited for you. Wow, what a fun new venture. Who knew that you knew how to make candles?
Exactly. I had no clue. Honestly, I have no idea I could make something with my hands because I'm very I can be very clumsy. So, but this has challenged me a lot because I'm very impatient. And you do have to have a lot of patience to, pour the wax and make sure you're taking the temperature and you're pouring at the right temperature. So it's that's what I was, trying to tell you at the beginning. It took me at least 3 months maybe to get the process right, to get the right temperature, to pour it correctly, and just a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
Finally got to where I wanted them to look.
Well, congratulations. And, for those of you that are into candles like myself, like moi, do head on over. She's got an Etsy store, and you just can do a search, Handmade by Rax, which is RAX. And I put that in the link for those of you that are watching us on YouTube now. And please just be sure to click on that link and it'll take you there. And of course, towards the end of her interview, we're going to also have your information on there as well. So now, one of the beautiful things that I love about what you're doing is that, yes, you said that 30% of your proceeds from your Etsy store will go towards fighting human trafficking. Talk to us about that. I know that you're very passionate about that, and I think that's awesome.
Yes. So it all started last year, actually, during the pandemic. I just started understanding or just learning a lot more about it. All started because I was learning about what was happening at the border. And that just broke my heart because a lot of these kids are, being trafficked. And not only that, but used as, drug mules and all kinds of other things that you can even imagine. So as I started learning about that in organizations that were helping these kids, then I stumbled upon Operation Underground Railroad, which is an organization that it's fighting human trafficking, and A21 as well. So I just started learning a lot more about it and the science and how we are under the impression that human trafficking is only happening in foreign countries like Greece, Nigeria, and it is happening, of course. And Greece is one of the countries that has the highest human trafficking.
Wow.
Yes, it's Haiti as well. So Greece, Haiti are one of the top countries, which is heartbreaking, but it's also happening in our own backyard. So, and it looks very different from, we always think of human trafficking like the picture, like the movies make it look, right? Somebody thrown in the van and the back of the van and, put in handcuff. But in reality, most of the time, at least here in the United States, the victim knows the trafficker. So I just started learning the science. So Operation Underground Railroad has a great training on, how to learn at least some type of signs that you can tell, okay, this person is in distress, and what can I do to help them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was very important to me. So I took it all to my Instagram and I started sharing a lot of slides. I started creating slides on information about, how can you tell if somebody's being a victim of human trafficking, and just encouraging people to take the training.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, Rox. I think that's so powerful. My goodness. It's interesting because, I'm not 100% sure, but next week, Alexa Dearman will be on our show. She's super creative and talented, and just has done some beautiful artwork as well. And I feel like that is one of the reasons why she launched her business as well, was to fight human trafficking. But I think she also wants to partner with Operation Underground Railroad. So it'll be interesting to see if that's the same organization, and if so, then wow, it's not coincidental. And people, like, listen up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think it can be easy to want to kind of turn a blind eye, like, oh, I don't really know anybody in that situation, or, oh, I'm not really gonna take time. But if you're hearing about it, then you're hearing about it for a reason. And I love that you are donating 30% of your proceeds are going towards fighting human trafficking. We do actually have a hotline number, and it's, if you suspect, if you have been a victim, if you are even thinking, like, I wonder if there is, is that a human trafficking situation over there? Do call 1-888 3737. Is that right?
Yeah,
I feel like that's not the right number.
Yes, 888-373-7888.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that is the right number. We just put it in the wrong way. Yes, let's put that number up one more time really quick. And the other thing is, you can also text as well. So 888-373-7888, or you can text the words help to Be Free. Help. And then the numbers for Be Free is 233-7333. And that's directly to the Human Trafficking Hotline organization. So, well, that's a powerful and very important cause. I think especially with the pandemic, I just became more aware that this type of thing that was happening. But of course, even with what you're saying, with, things that are happening, even with at the border, and kids being used as drug mules, I mean, that's just heartbreaking. And so thank you so much for taking the time to come and to share about the human trafficking, even as you're sharing the launch of your beautiful new line, handmade by Rax. I mean, that's gorgeous, and I can't wait to smell it and to see it and to own it. I love candles, so I'm super excited about that. But I'm so happy for you, because it's just such a wonderful way, another area for you to express your creativity. What a wonderful thing. I wonder if I can make candles.
I'm sure you can. Yes, they actually sell little kits. So it comes with the mold, with the soy wax, and your little pot. So you should try it. It's actually, you'll love it. It's very relaxing.
That would be fun to try for sure. So that might be something that maybe the team, we can try, and I don't know.
Yes.
But I probably wouldn't have the patience. When you said that it requires patience, I was like, oh yeah, that's not the one. Yeah, that's not the new hobby for me. I'm not called to be a candle maker. But I'm so glad that you are. And thank you. Congratulations to launching your new business. Thank you for coming and being on our show.
Yeah, thank you.
And everybody, let's take a look at her info card, because we do want people to be more aware of your business. But it's at Handmade by Rax on Instagram, at Handmade by Rax. We did have your personal one on there too, but I think the most important one is the at Handmade by Rax. And then her website is handmadebyrax.etsy.com. handmadebyrax.etsy.com. And then on top of that, in addition to the fact that she's got these beautiful new candles that she's launched with her business, is that 30% of the proceeds will go towards fighting human trafficking. So you're getting a gorgeous candle, you're supporting a small business. We are all about supporting small businesses. But in addition to that, part of what you're purchasing is also going to help fight human trafficking. So thank you so much, Rax. Is there anything else that you want to share before we say goodbye?
No, that's it. And thank you for having me. It was a pleasure to hang out with you for a little bit. We still have to get together.
We have to get together. We will. Yes. Well, let's connect this week via text, and let's make sure that we do that. But as always, you're such a joy. You're so lovely. You're such a blessing. I love your heart. And thank you for coming and not only sharing your gift of your new business, but the heart behind it. That just speaks volumes to me about who you are. So thank you so much, you guys. Follow her, Handmade by Rax, and please do buy some candles from her this week. Hey, what a great Dad's Day gift for those of you that haven't yet bought them. Yeah, go to Handmade by Rax and send your dad a candle. Maybe not the purple one, but send him a candle nonetheless. All right, Rax, thank you so much. Everybody, Rax Ikari.
Thank you. Have a good night.
All right. All right, you too. Bye-bye. Oh my goodness. Wow, what a heart. I love seeing how people are using their gifts and their creativity to do things that are to impact people, make a difference. One of the things that really stood out to me about what she said is she didn't want to have to pay all that money for shipping and all that. So she came up with her own solution. Did you know that we're called to provide solutions? Like, we really have the power within us to be solution makers. So there might be something or a situation where you're saying, why don't they just do this? Well, maybe you're the one with the solution to that situation, or maybe you're the one with the solution to that problem. And so let's be like Rax, and let's figure out a way to bring solution to some of these areas that we might be looking at. Sometimes we don't want to dig deep, but if we dig a little deeper, we'll find out there's more in us. There's more in us that we can use of ourselves and give to others that will help bring a solution to some of the crises that are going on in the world around us. So excited. Thank you so much to Rax Ikari. And thank you so much to Cynthia Zuniga for being our guest tonight on A New Thing Live. If you have not yet subscribed to us, please subscribe to us on YouTube. We are A New Thing Live. If you're watching us on YouTube, then all you have to do is hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, head on over to YouTube and then just do a little search, A New Thing Live. And we're here for you. We're in your corner. We're your cheerleaders. Follow us on Instagram at A New Thing Live. On Facebook, A New Thing Live. And then, of course, if you would love to let us know how you're doing, give us a shout out. If there's any suggestions you have, if you have a prayer request, we are here for you. And our team really does pray for you. We really want you to know that you are not in this life alone. You're not here doing life alone. Even if you are feeling alone, you might be alone. You might just remember in that deep, dark night, A New Thing Live. They are in my corner. I'm gonna email them. So email us at hello@anewthinglive.com, and we'll email you back. We'll respond right away. Next week we have a great week. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be another fun packed night. We have Alexa Dearman, and we had her mom and dad on here in February, and they were so much fun. They are my pastors here, and Kimberly Dearman. But she's going to come. She's got an artistic side to her, and she's got a whole creative side to her. So we're going to be super excited to see what new things she's got going on. And I believe it's also in conjunction with what we heard tonight with regards to Operation Underground Railroad. So I'm super excited about that. And also next week is National Deaf and Blindness Week. So we have an organization that's going to share some just some heartwarming stories, but also just some really wonderful progress that's been made to reaching the blind. So for those of you that just love people, you love hearing stories, and you're one of those people that you're all for humanity, and you're the kind of person that says, we're all in this together, then we're going to invite you to come on and join us Set your alarm for next week. And Chef Lavette is back. She is back. She'll be in the house with us next week, cooking up something summer, something fun, summery fun, summer fanfare. Who knows? I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be a summer recipe that's going to be good. So mark your calendar for next Monday night, 7 o'clock. We'll be here. We do love you. We're praying for you. Remember, there is something so specific just for you. It's a new thing that's only you can do it. You're the only person that can do it. So stop fighting it or stop procrastinating. And together, let's take one step towards that new. Stop looking behind you, but just put your head forward, put your hand to the plow, and we're in this together. We love you. Have an incredible week. Again, we wish all of the dads nothing but love. Hey, and Dad Academy. Did you all sign up for Dad Academy? Last week we had Pastor Jeff Hamilton. Let's get that up on the screen real quick before we say goodbye. dadacademy.info. The cohort started tonight, but jump on that website, take a look around, scroll around to see what good things are happening, and then this way it's on your radar maybe for the next class that's going to be starting. But you're amazing. Again, I really am signing off this time. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week on A New Thing Live. Bye.
Are you ready?
Hey, help us get the word out about our new show. Subscribe today, right now, to A New Thing Live.